All right, Shalom Akim. First off and foremost, give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, that belongs to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and rule well, and much peace, safety, and blessings to the hopefully elect throughout the four winds, pushing this truth in sincerity and diligence. All right, it's the brother Lord Yah from the Great Millstone, Lake Charles, Louisiana, count coming back again with another quick lesson. And as always, Lord will be edifying to the elect. All right, so hey man, I just want to go into Proverbs the 14th chapter. All right. Without further ado, I'm gonna jump right into it. All right, because man, it's true. We must not only apply things within the truth, but also everything that we learn we're supposed to apply to our everyday life. All right. So, man, with that, I'm gonna just jump right into it. This is Proverbs 14 and 23. It says, "In all labor there is profit." All right. Profit is gain going into what you're bringing forth to the table. All right. Hey, not only to the ministry of Yahweh Shemel Shah, but we must also apply this to our everyday life. All right. It says, "In all labor there is a profit," and even if you look at 2/3, hey, they labor wickedly, you know, but what it is a profit and a reward that's going to be given unto them, you know, not only from the them weeping them reaping wicked benefits in the world, but also a righteous judgment from Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, and ultimately our labor that we're bringing forth in this truth is leading to the path of righteousness. All right, to where Yahweh Shem Shai is going to reward us. Whether we be of the elect and make it out of here on the chariots, we die for the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, in righteousness. All right, but what in all labor there is a profit. Okay, it says, "But the talk of the lips tended only to Penury." All right, so let's go into this word Penury, and that's basically what this lesson is going to be about. All right, man, we should back up our works by action. All right, and that's how you know what us men at Great Millstone we have faith. Because by us faith it allows us to actually go out on the highways and hedges and labor for Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, in season and out season. All right, so it says Penury. Let's go to this word.
Strong's H4270. Mahsor.
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 Okay, it says want, lack, need, poor, poverty, penury. All right, it says need, a poverty, thing needed. All right, so by you being all talk, no action, you're gonna remain in a needing state. Okay, you're gonna remain at a needing state, and ultimately, oh man, let me grab this real quick. No mistaken, Deuteronomy 20. Yeah, Deuteronomy 29:9. "Keep therefore the words of this covenant." And this is what, by you keeping the words of Yahweh Shem Shai, this is put forth the action. All right. Like the scripture says, well, put on as the elect. All right. You have to do that and by action. All right. Not just speaking things. All right. But actually being about it. All right. Showing forth the great effort. All right. It says, "Keep therefore the words of this covenant and do them." So do them, that ye may prosper in all that ye do. All right, and this is what is actually going to stem forth of our righteous works that we're doing. All right, the works that we're doing in love for Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, not being in a state of penury or always needing. Okay, this is some more definitions. It says extreme poverty, destitution, and one that really stood out was beggary. Beggary. And let's go into 1 Samuel. All right, because what ultimately, according to Ezekiel the 33rd chapter, when with Yahweh Shem Shai, man, we had the breath of life unto the dry bones in the valley. All right, man, we have been given that breath of life to where we're not in that beggar state anymore. All right. This is our first, although we are in captivity, All right, but what we are those bones that's actually living now. All right, so what we won't be subject to these things like 2/3 are. All right, because what man, we actually can call on Yahweh Shem Shai and have him through every situation. All right. So this is 1 Samuel 2:8. It says he raised up the poor out of the dust and lifted of the beggar from the dunghill to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he has set the world upon them. He will keep the feet of his saints. Because what? Man, the saints is gonna labor. Okay? Although we were chosen from the foundation of the world, all right, the elect was chosen from the foundation of the world, all right, but what the elect is actually gonna be doing, all right, those that's actually gonna have faith when Yahweh shall make their return upon earth, all right. We'll go back to this real quick. It says okay yeah, and all that labor there's a profit, all right. Righteous things is going to stem from that. It says, he will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness, for by strength shall no man prevail. All right, so you have a flip side to what? Proverbs 14 and 23. Okay, you either work on the left hand side or you work on the right hand side. And what Yahweh Shem Yahshua will render every man according to his deeds. Okay, I want to go into this. It just so happened that according to our path that Yahweh Shem Yahshua gave us, it leads to righteousness. You know, this is 1 Thessalonians 1:3. Remembering without season your work of faith and labor of love. All right, because what man, Yahweh Shem Yahshua won't forget about all the times that we actually went out on the highways and hedges where there was rain, snow, sleet, hail, you know, putting up the live streams, the brothers constantly putting up edifying videos for other brothers that's been around and, you know, coming into the truth. Basically, man, searching out for the elect, you know, so that we can get the hell up out of here. All right? The scoffers that's going up, you know, going up at the videos, attempting to harm brothers, you know. Hey, these things Yahweh Shem Shai won't forget. And why? Because everything is gonna be recorded. You know, everything is being recorded. All right, Yahweh Shem Shai won't forget it. It says, and patience of hope is in our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach in the sight of God and our Father. All right, let me just go into this because ultimately the angels are keeping count. Dios. God. So yeah, you have the angels taking back up the accounts to the Most High. All right, and ultimately what we us too. You know, that's why when you go into Ezekiel 94, you know, we cry for the abominations that's being done in the midst. And when we cry, Yahweh Shem Shai hear those that's not to him. All right. This next precept. This Hebrews 6:10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have shewed toward his name. All right, what? Yahweh by Shem Shai. And that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. Okay? Yahweh Shem Shai won't forget about us doing his labor. All right, labor for a righteous sake. All right, and what and all that there's a profit. All right, but what the talk of the lips tended to Penury. So you just continue to talk and say, "Oh, I'm a man of Yahweh Shem Shai," and not doing no works. Hey, that's gonna lead to you being in man. Let me get this. Let's see. Like I can Like, let me just grab it off the phone and I'll read it. No, it's an apocrypha.
Separating individual fish.
No, that was it. This is Sirach chapter 2 and verse 13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended. All right? You won't be defended by Yahweh Shemi Shai by not, having faith and actually doing the works. You know? You're going to be in that state of Penury, all right? A beggar state. And, man, begging Yahweh Shemi Shai when those missiles are flying throughout the four winds, you know, that he may have mercy upon you, but then it's gonna be too late, you know. So you want to always be active, all right? Be active in this truth, okay? It says the crown of the wise is their riches, all right? The crown of the wise is their riches. Now, what's that crown? It says what is their riches. All right, let's go into those riches. It says Romans 11 and 33. Oh, the depth of the riches, both wisdom and knowledge of the Most High. All right, so this is the riches that's going to be that great crown. You know, it says and knowledge of the Most High, how unsearchable are His judgments and His ways past finding out. Because what, man, these riches, it's like if you have something real precious, and that's why the scriptures tell you cast not your pearls before swine. All right, because this truth is real precious, and not everyone can get it. You know, not everyone was able to receive these things. All right, and that's how it's become like it's a beautiful ornament unto us. All right. This is Proverbs 1 and 7. It says, the fear of Yahweh Shemi Shai is the beginning of knowledge. And not everyone has knowledge because not everyone fears Yahweh Shemi Shai. Because what? The fear of the Most High is taught by the precepts of men. All right, so in all actuality, these people really don't fear Yahweh Shemi Shai. They're going right back, and that lines up perfect. They're going right back with what the talk of the lips is Penury. All right, because what the scriptures say, their mouths Isaiah 29 and 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, going back with the talk of the lips, okay, and their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. All right, so these people really don't fear Yahweh Shemi Shai, and that's why they haven't obtained this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay. Okay. It says, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. All right, fools despise wisdom and instruction. Let's go right back. Let me grab this verse. It says, but the foolishness of fools is folly. You know, so they're totally consumed in folliness and the cares and the ways of this world, rather than seeking Yahweh Shemi Shai while He may be found. All right, and ultimately they despise it because what you have the Lord set up His men on the highways and hedges. Oh man, week in and weekend out. All right, putting up the live shows and the lessons at a consistent rate, and these people just don't want to hear it. You know, it says, for they shall be an ornament. Salakia, lost the voice. All right, it says, my son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother, for they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head. Going back to what that crown. It says, and chains about thy neck. All right, so these things is going to be an ornament unto you. It's going to be man, basically a sign or a symbol that you have totally been changed. All right, because you're walking in a upright manner now. Okay, and these things will be seen soon as the inward man perish is going to be seen on the outside. All right, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 1. Who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? All right. When you go to First Corinthians, it tell you, man, the chosen is going to know these things. All right, the men that Yahweh Shemi have called into that banquet, they're going to know these things. All right, it says a man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. All right, well, when you fear Yahweh Shemi and put forth the effort and actually be active according to Yahweh Shemi ministry. All right. That's how your face is going to be changed, and ultimately, I mean, everything you do, you know, but it won't come by just actually just talking about it. All right, man, let me grab this real quick. All right, this is James chapter 1 and verse 22. It says, But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. If a man be a hearer of the word, and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. All right, so the Lord wants us to be doers, to be active. All right, because what? The Lord set up many fishers, and then there's going to be many hunters. All right, that takes forth work. All right. Like what the scripture in Matthew said, man, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the labors are few. All right, but someone has to labor. Someone has to labor for that righteous profit. And ultimately, man, we're just doing what we're commanded to do. All right, that's really what it all boils down to. All right, but what these things is going to be the reason why we have a great profit in the end. Not only because we've been chosen to do it, but man, according to our fate, we know that Yahweh Shemi Ashai is going to bring us through whatever diverse tribulations and temptations may meet us. You know, and that all stems from fearing Yahweh Shemi Ashai and having that wisdom. All right. This is Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh Shemi Ashai is his treasure. All right, that's what we treasure. All right, fearing Yahweh Shemi Ashai, having our minds according to the ways of Yahweh Shemi Ashai. All right, man, we desire not to go off in this place. You know, although man, we're not overly righteous. All right, but what, man, our desire is whatever Yahweh Shemi Ashai want. You know, point blank, period. This is Luke chapter 14 and verse 16. I'm going to read this Proverbs one more again. It says, in all labor there is profit, but the talk of the lips tendeth to penury. All right. The crown of the wise is their riches, but the foolishness of fools is folly. All right. And you about to see this in this Luke. All right. Always been in the spirit of making excuses. Okay. This is Luke 14 and 16. Then he said unto him, a certain man made a great supper and bade many. All right. Bade many. That's going back to what that banquet. All right. It says, and sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, come, for all things are ready now. And when they all with one consent begin to make excuse. The first said unto him, I have brought a piece of ground, and I must needs go to see it. I pray thee have me excused. All right. And another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and go to prove them. I pray thee have me excused. And another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I therefore cannot come. So the servant came and shewed his lord these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor, and the maimed, and the halt, and the blind. And the servant said, Lord, it is done as thou hast commanded. yet there is no room. And the Lord said unto the servant, Go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in that my house may fill. Okay, it says, For I say unto you that none of those men which were bidden shall taste of my supper. Because what? They all made excuses. All right, rather than just doing what was told of them. All right, it says, And there went great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them, If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brother and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you intended to build a tower, sit it not down first, and counted the cost whether he have sufficient to finish? All right, and this is what we're supposed to do. Count the whole cost. When you come into this truth, man, count the whole cost to see, man, is this really something I'm gonna be a part of? Don't come in and basically, man, spit in the Lord's face and just, man, let all everything go to waste. All right, because that's not gonna be a good end for you. All right, it says, least happily after that he laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that begin to mock him, saying, This man began to build and was not able to finish. And this is going to be the end of all those ones that actually this is going to be the end of those that man came into this truth and really didn't count the cost. All right, and man ended up falling out, and what in the end they're going to actually see that they was wrong, and by them not continuing this fight, all right, laboring, they'll begin to they're going to be in a state of penury, all right, in a beggar state, okay, because what they rather talk with more than doing, all right, rather talk about I'm gonna do this more than actually putting the effort and actually doing what we was commanded. All right. So, man, with that, hey, Lord willing, this quick lesson was edifying to the elect. Want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, that belongs to the elders and apostles, great millstone and real well, and much peace, safety, and blessings to the hopeful elect throughout the four winds, pushing this truth in sincerity and diligence. Shalom.